Hey everybody, this is John with the Trucker's Kitchen, and this is Crocktober 2025, hosted by Jeni Scratch-Made Kitchen, and I am going to be giving you a video recipe today. Now, I'm not doing anything fancy. I don't even have my big camera out. I've got my phone, so if you see it shaking, it's because I'm holding it because I forgot my tripod. And I've been having camera problems, and I really didn't think I'd be doing this video in the truck. I was supposed to have been home last weekend, but I didn't make it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make this. What are we making? We're making a mulligan stew, or as I like to call it, the Tears of Liberals stew. Y'all stay with me. Okay, we have onion, a tin of corned beef, a potato, some just plain ketchup, salt, pepper, sweet peas. That's it. That's all that's going to go into this recipe. Stay tuned. I'm going to cut up the onion, the potato, and the corned beef and bring you back. Okay, as you can see, I've got my potatoes roughly chopped, large size, my onions the same way. And the reason why I like this is, like I said in many other videos about things, I like my vegetables cut up the way I like my women, chunky. That way you feel like you're getting more for your money when you keep it like this. So let me put this in the crock pot and I'll get that corned beef done. Okay, as you can see, I've got the corned beef in the crock pot. Now this is a 2.2 quart crock pot, just big enough for 1 to 2 people, and that's all this will make. I'll bring you back when I get the rest of the ingredients ready to go. We got the sweet peas in there, so we're going to put the ketchup, salt, and pepper. And I'll bring you back when I get all that in there. All right, so we got about a 1/4 cup of ketchup, salt, and pepper. We're going to add some water to this, so let me go get the water bottle and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got 16 ounces of water. We're going to put it in here until it fills up to the desired level, which will get to pretty quick. There you go. And that's all we're going to do. No bouillon, nothing. And I'll give you the story about how mulligan stew became the Tears of Liberal stew. Hang on and let me get this all started and we'll get back to it. Okay, with this stew, I'm going to let it go for about 6 to 8 hours on low. That'll be plenty of time. You can speed this up by putting it on high for 2 to 3 hours and it'll be done. I don't, because I've got a long ways to go. It is approximately 3 o'clock in the morning, and I have to be. I'm in Texas. I'm in Memphis, Texas right now, and I have to be in Crossett, Arkansas tonight. So I'm going to be driving that. That's 568 miles. So it's going to cook while I'm driving. The reason why I call it liberal stew, or the Tears of Liberal stew, it has nothing to do with what's going on now. I don't care about politics. It's something that me and some friends made up when we were in college and we were starving. I mean, ramen was a banquet meal. And I'm not talking about the good ramen. I'm talking about the ramen that the packets had more salt than they had anything else. And the big flavor of ramen was salt. So we would take our change or dollar bills or something and we'd buy sweet peas or mixed vegetables and a can of corned beef or 2 and a couple 3 potatoes and onion. We had water there, and then we always had ketchup in the common kitchen. So we put this all together and we put it on and we go to class, come back from class, and it was ready to eat. This would last us. We'd make enough to last us 2 or 3 days. And this was our big meal. We were starving. We were liberals and we were starving. And I remember Kenny, one of my friends, said, you know, it's terrible that we have to eat this all the time. It's just like the Tears of Liberals. That's where the name came from. It's originally mulligan stew. My grandfather told me about this back when I was younger, when he was in his 20s, and that would have been about 1932, 1933. He was a hobo.
he traveled the rails, making money, because that was during the Depression years. And he'd go from town to town to town, and he'd do work for food. He would get a tin of corned beef, or he would get, you know, a potato or two, or he'd get an onion, or whatever. You know, sometimes they'd give him a meal. But most of the times he had to take this back to the hobo camp. And there would be 2, 3, 4 people there. And they'd put all this together into a pot. And they would cook it 2 or 3 hours. And that was their big meal. And that was probably the biggest meal they'd have, at least for that week. This isn't something that I'm trying to make a political statement with. This is just a memory of what I went through and what looks like society's going to have to go through now. You know, we have unrest politically and socially. Where you stand on it, I don't care. I'm Gen X. We don't give a shit. And we're not going to give a shit until you involve us. Don't wake us up, and we won't get involved. And if you think you can handle us, you thought wrong. Whether we're on the left or whether we're on the right or whether we're right down the middle, you wake us up, you're not going to be able to handle us. Don't call us out. But with everything going on and the way prices are, we can't make big fancy meals. We can't, you know, we can't just go out to the store and buy whatever we want. We're going to have to pinch our pennies and save our money. Most of y'all, some of y'all know, I haven't put out a video in a long time. Why? Because my camera's been down. It's still down. I thought I had it fixed. I don't have it fixed. That takes money. And I'm not financially able to do this. I'm shooting it on a phone. My tripod is at home because I didn't have the extra money to put an extra bag on the airplane, and I hate flying. Okay? But I didn't have the extra money to put on an airplane another bag where I could carry everything. I don't have my big fancy table. You know, somewhere in Oklahoma City, I've got the rest of my cooking implements in storage at the last company I was with. So, you know, I'm having to make do, and it's expensive. And when you've been without a paycheck or a consistent paycheck for months and years at a time, you learn to make do. Nobody owes me anything. Nobody. I make it on my own. I make it for my family on my own with my wife. She's a hard-working woman. What she does is very hard work for her ailments in her health. You know, but we make do, and we make the best out of the situation, and that's what this whole meal is about: making the best out of the situation you're in. Stay tuned for the finish. Okay, guys, it's 2:35 in the afternoon. Let's see if the soup's ready. Come on.
And there she is. Now this is Mulligan stew. I call it Tears of Liberals, but you know, that's just me. But doesn't that look good? Let me get a bowl of this and you can watch me eat it. All right, let's get through this, shall we? Here we go. Hey. Woo. That's good. So try this. It's cheap. It's easy. It's what 3 liberal guys in college ate all the time, and I'm still eating it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If so, leave me a thumbs up. Give me a comment. I will comment back to you. And like I always tell everybody, be good, be safe, and I'll see you when I see you.